Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yasmin, and on this channel we talk about everything you need to know about traveling. So today I'm talking about Morocco. So I'm doing a story time on Morocco. Yes, I've never done a story time before, and I feel like this is the perfect time to come with a story, right? Tell my story. And I think the reason why I actually never told my story online is because I do not want to discourage people from traveling. When you travel, that's a disclaimer. When you travel, sometimes things happen. It's not all the time because I have a lot of story, but it's not all the time. So I do not want to discourage people from traveling. And then what I want to tell people is like, when you travel, you need to put in your mind that there's a slight chance that something might go wrong, and you need to be prepared for it. Don't let that situation ruin your entire trip, because things happen. That's how life is. And I hope my story is not going to discourage someone. Like, for example, you get a job opportunity in Morocco, and because you heard my story, you decide to not go to Morocco. Morocco is a beautiful country. I love the food, I love the spices, I love the activity that I've done there. They have a blue city, I love it. I'm gonna do a video. So this is my story, and it's not your story, so don't let it discourage you from traveling. Boom, let's start it. So let me give you like an overview first before I jump into the story. So we in Morocco, and the reason why we ended up in Morocco is because I was doing this let's say this tour after I graduate college. My friend and I, we decided, okay, we just graduate before we start working like other people do, normal people do. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna go have fun, like travel the world, and then come back home and apply for jobs. So we went to France, Spain, Italy, and from Italy we decided to go to Morocco. But Morocco was one of the longest trips because we decided to do two cities instead of one city. We decided to visit two cities. So the story happened in Marrakesh. So we're in Marrakesh. I don't know if you know the idea of Marrakesh. If you heard of Marrakesh, you know, like you see that big market where people are selling everything. They're selling snakes, they're selling cloth, they're selling chicken leg, they're selling like juice. Instead of go eat in a restaurant like we have been doing since we have been here, let's go eat in the market, in the middle of the market, right? So we saw a nice thing. I think the guy was like really like nice, like it was very nice. We're trying like, oh yeah, we got the best food here, like people love our food, like, you know, he was talking like all that about his thing. So I was like, okay, let's see his food, let's see what he's talking about. So my friend and I, we were all sitting with those two guys, and then we ordered our food. Once we ordered our food, we realized that they started bringing other things. So we ordered our food, ordered our drinks, and then food started coming. But when food started coming, there was more food. Like, we didn't order all those additional things. What are they on our table? So I called the guy to the side. I was like, hey, listen, we ordered that and that, but all these things, like, we don't want it. We didn't order that. And they were like, oh no, don't worry, like, it's on the house, don't worry, just eat it. Honestly, they didn't look appealing to me. I'm not bashing anybody's food, but it's not something I wanted to eat. Like, I didn't want to eat that, so I'm like, I'm not eating it. I'm just gonna stick to the food that I order. My friend also said the same thing, and the two guys, they were saying the same thing. They're like, I guess it was one of those days where you're tired, you just want to eat. I wanted to eat and go to bed, and they wanted to eat to go to the club, right? So we didn't want to touch that food. So there was some homeless coming. So those homeless, they came to us, right? And they were like asking for food. They were begging us for food. They were like, oh, can we have some food? We have nothing to eat. They're like some lady with her kids and stuff with her. And as normal human, I'm like, okay, we had a bunch of food that was offered to us by the house, you know. By the house, we've been treating like king in this market, so let's give it to the homeless. So we decided to, like, we say, hey, take the plate, like, yeah, take the bread, take the plate. And as they were thanking us, the people that were the restaurant owner, it was a stand, so the restaurant owner was like, oh, no, don't give the food. Like, I mean, they started speaking in the dialect. I think it's Arabic, if I'm not wrong. They started speaking in dialect. We couldn't hear, but like, you can tell, like, it was really pissed. It was like telling them to get away from us and stuff like that. He even pushed the lady. So when he pushed the lady and she fell, My friend, she got up and she was like, no, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that. So the homeless, they went away, they took some of the food, there was some other food left over and stuff like that. So we done eating. That's when stuff go left. So we realized that they charged us for the things that they were saying was in the house. And then I was like, come on here. So I called the guy, I was like, hey, come on, we ordered this and that, but all those things right here, we didn't order. You said it was in the house, we didn't even eat it, we gave it away, so we are not paying for it. And then he was mad. He was like, no, why? You have to pay for it, you have to pay for it. They started screaming, making a scene. And then I'm like, click, that realized my head, I'm like, I understand, that's a scam. So they will give you food that you don't order, that you didn't order. So at the end, when you refuse to pay, they will start to make a scene, they'll start screaming. And because you're a tourist, you don't want no drama, you're just gonna give them money. But today was the lucky day because they found me. Because I was like, at that time I was like a rebel woman. I was real rebel, like I didn't care. So I was like, today's the day. I was like, we're not paying for this. And they were like, no, we have to pay. So you remember we were two guys, right? The guys were quiet, they were so quiet. Oh, I did it. Ladies, you don't need nobody else to travel. You don't need no man to travel with you. You don't need nobody else. You can. They were just standing there. So I was doing all the talking. So first, I even changed it because at first I was speaking to them in English. Then I changed it to speaking French because in Morocco they speak French. I didn't speak French to them because I didn't feel the need to speak French to them at the beginning because I mean they understood English, right? And I was with my friend and we were all speaking English. So I'm like, what to speak? But when it came to the point when we were starting like we got to the point with the whole commotion, they started screaming. There are other people from different stands coming over there like, oh, they ate all that food, now they don't want to pay, they have to pay. I was calm. I was like, listen, we're not paying for this. And then I told them, guess what about I call the embassy and we can tell them. That's a clue, right? And as American, if you go out and things happen, make sure you have your embassy on speed line. If anything happen, you can call them to let them know things are happening to you, right? So right now, so I started speaking French. We started going back and forth and stuff, and I told them I'm not paying for it. And then I was telling them that, and what I will call my embassy because I feel like they're holding me hostage right now because they're not letting me go. I told them, this is your money, this is what I'm paying, and then we are leaving, and then you are blocking me from leaving. So I will call the embassy. So when I told them I will call the embassy, I guess they freak out. So they call the police, the local police. So before the police even got there, they flipped the table. Like, the guy got mad. They were like, yes, you have to pay. And they bang on the table and they flip it. All I saw was the food like going on the air like, and then I saw the knives and all that thing. I was like, when I saw the knives, I was like, they better not pick it up because I picked it up before them, you know. I was like, they better not picking up those knives. So all the knives on the floor, all the food on the floor, all that things. The local police got there. But guess what? I didn't know if it was a local police because he didn't even get there in a cop car. He didn't have no cop car. He didn't have no badge on him. He was wearing Gucci and skinny jeans, like those skinny jeans that the Dominican love to wear. You can see the butt just poking out like poop, like the Dominican boys be wearing. Like, yeah, exactly. That's what he was wearing. And then he was like, okay. So it was like, what's going on? The guy started explaining. I started explaining, and I think he got like, it was, oh, this is too much commotion. You guys have to follow me to the police station. And I'm like, that's when I was like, oh no, I'm not following you. Like, I'm not, because I don't know you. You wearing fake Gucci. Why would I follow you? And then you gonna go kill me? No, hell no, I'm not following you. That's what I was saying. I wouldn't say that, you know. So I was like, no, I'm not following you. Then he was like, okay. He was so quiet because when I started yelling, the whole place got quiet. Because you have to understand, Morocco is like Islamic country. It's also in Africa. Women don't talk back to men like usually, and they're real reserved, they're real quiet, like submissive and stuff like that. And I'm yelling back, and then this is suppressing authority because the police officer, let's say he was a sheriff, like he's one of the higher grade there. That's what we say, higher level there. and stuff like that. So I'm yelling at him, so they're all like quiet and stuff like trying to figure out like, who is this girl now, right? So he looked at me and he was like, listen, ma'am, I know you're from the US. Over there everybody be carrying gun. Here I'm the only person, I mean one of the only people that can wear guns. So he showed me and he was like, this is the sign for you to tell you, like, you have to follow me. This is a sign for you, you have to follow me. And I was like, okay, I was aware. Then he showed me, he pointed me out like the police station. He was like, okay, you have to go. So me and my friend, the two guys that were behind, that were first, and all the people from the market, I think it ended up being it was 10, I would say it probably was 10 people. They all followed us to the market. And I was trying to figure out what all these people even following us. Like, I mean, we only own like the beef is between me, the owner of the stand, and his server. So why all these people are following us? So we went to the police station, and then the cops there, it was trying to figure out, I was like, okay, what happened? So I told him the story. I was like, hey, this is what happened. They told their part of the story. It was like, okay, he knew they were trying to scam tourists, so he understood the whole situation. So it was like, how much you want to pay? I told him, okay, this is what I'm paid, so this is what I'm paying, and this is what my friend ate, that's why they're paying. We put the money in their hand. They say no, they don't want the money. And they were like trying to figure out like, why y'all don't want the money, like why? And then it comes to find out, when I was doing all the commotion, all the screaming and all that thing, my friend was recording the whole situation. So now they don't want the money. They don't want the money anymore because they want the recording. They were like, okay, your friend recording us, she need to delete it before you guys can leave. This is all we ask for now. So you don't even have to pay the food that you ate. We want her to delete that. And my friend was like, no, she's not deleting it. So he went for another 30 minutes of commotion, like back and forth. My friend was like, hey, if I leave here, they can stab us. If we leave here, they can stab us, can do something to us, like, you know, because we live in the market. Airbnb is within the market, so they can follow us. They probably already know where we live, like, you know, so we can where we stay at, so we cannot, this is like a safety, like if anything happened, like, this is hard. Parent can find us, like, knows what happened to us. This is how the police can find us, like, you know. So my friend, they were like, the police officer was also pressuring my friend. She was like, hey, they don't want to let you go. They don't want me to let you go because you still have the video, and then in our country you have no, like, before you record someone you need to have permission, and you had no permission of recording them, so you have to delete it. So my friend, she was smart, so she sent the video to me, and then she sent it to her mom. I don't know if I still have the video because since then I changed cell phone, so I don't know if I still have it, but she was like, okay, she sent it to her, and then she showed to them that she deleted them. So after that, they let us go, and then because we were trying to be extra cautious, we decided that we would not go back to home because it was within the market. They could follow us, like, so we decided to go to the club. Ended up going to the club. I think it was a bad night for my friend because when we ended up going to the club, she wanted to go pee, and then instead of telling me, hey, I'm going to pee, like, come with me, she didn't say anything. She went by herself. And next time I heard, she was like coming from the bathroom crying, like being real upset. And I was like, what happened? And she was like, hey, I went to the bathroom, there was another girl inside, and then she was there forever, like, I mean, it's only 2 stalls, and then I was like, I mean, she wasn't coming out, so I wanted to pee. So I told her, I'm not gonna do it. I was like, hey, are you okay? I need to pee. So when the girl came out, like, she beat her up, like she gave her the business. So my friend was out here crying and stuff. So yeah, this is my story time about Morocco. I hope you enjoyed the story time. If you enjoy, I'm probably going to do more story time because I have plenty of stories. I don't want to tell all my story because since then I changed a lot. Don't ask me about what is the best club in the country. I'm not going to tell you because now God is changing my life. Okay guys, this is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, and share this video with all of your friends. See you next week.